Volunteers known as CASA'S, or court-appointed special advocates, are part of a local program that helps foster kids navigate through the foster care system and succeed as young adults. Joining me with their personal stories of life in foster care are ROSALINA BURTON and Candace Kai-Muloa. And from the San Diego chapter of Voices for Children is CEO Sharon Lawrence, who runs the local CASA program. Welcome to Evening Edition.
Thank you for having us.
Candace, you've shared a very touching story about your family in hopes of spreading the word about how important CASA was to you and your brothers as you were in the foster care system. Tell us a little bit about what happened and how many homes you were in.
I was taken away at the age of 11, and I also have 4 brothers that came into the system with me. We were all separated through the county of San Diego. There wasn't enough places for all of us to stay together, and not very many people want to take 5 kids on. And so I lived in 7 different placements in the span of 7 years, and lucky enough, I had a CASA within a year, the first year I was in foster care, to be able to make it a point and make it a part of our everyday routine to see each other once a week, regardless of if they were busy or group home staff had to make us get together every week.
To make sure they kept you united, at least on weekly visits.
Yes, for 2 hours at least.
And ROSALINA, you first went into foster care at a very early age, at age 3. How long were you in the system, and what was it like for you?
I was actually in the system until I emancipated at the age of 19, and for me it was really unsure. I did a lot of moving around. I was in over 25 different placements while in the foster care system, and that's not including reunification with my parents. Several times I went home and then re-entered the foster care system due to their drug abuse, domestic violence, and the neglect that was going on. I didn't get my CASA until the age of 12, but I was lucky to get her because it was with her help that we decided that I should stay in the foster care system, and that was my road to recovery and doing better and having somewhere stable. You
were saying road to recovery because you had some pretty strong feelings
Yes.
as far as being in and out of these homes. Tell me about that.
It was hard because I felt unwanted, unloved, and that made me feel that my purpose here on earth, there was no purpose, and why stay here? So there's a lot of suicidal thoughts that happened at a very young age. I remember thinking at 8 that I didn't want to live anymore. And Donna really instilled in me that I was important and that I was worthy of life and love.
And Donna being your CASA.
Yeah, Donna
right?
Marshall.
I see. Sharon, this juggling, this instability of school, of homes, court appearances, and social work, it really opens up foster kids to falling through these gaps, you know, and maybe having these sorts of feelings like ROSALINA said. How does CASA help?
Well, I think most kids who come into the foster care system believe that they did something wrong, that if they had acted better, that perhaps their parents would have been able to take care of them. And so they do suffer a lot of trauma along with the abuse and neglect. Our CASAs are really by their side during a very scary time. Our CASAs get to know them and what is in their best interest and writes reports and appears at court with the social workers and the attorneys that represent these children so that the judge has a full picture of their lives and understands what they need.
Mm-hmm. I see. I'm going to ask this of both of you, and Candace, I'll start with you. Both of you spent years in the foster care system. What is your life like right now, and what do you think it would have been like if you didn't have your CASA?
I don't even think that I would be as productive in my life. I wouldn't be so optimistic. I wouldn't see that there's a brighter future for me without my CASA. I am a barista at Pete's Coffee and Tea, and I absolutely love my job. And I'm also a double major in communications and political science, and hoping to pursue a career that I actually want to be a part of and I actually want to do, not just, oh, let me just work at McDonald's or let me just make ends meet, but not actually push myself to do something bigger and bolder. And that's why I'm on this panel, because I want to make a difference and I am passionate about change.
ROSALINA, how about you? What do you think? Well, tell us what you're doing right now, and what do you think you would be doing if you didn't have that CASA in your life?
I currently am working at the Home Depot, and I am training to work at a group home. If I didn't have my CASA, I would have fallen to a lot of the statistics of youth. I know for certain that I'd probably be in a very unhappy relationship. I'd probably have a couple kids, because I think that that was really the road that I was headed towards. Had Donna not stepped into my life and told me that I was worth more than just settling for anyone that said that they love me. Now I demand the proper love, and I think that Donna taught me that I'm just someone that's unique and important, and because of that, I want to give back to the world, and I want to help other kids feel that same way. I found my purpose because of her.
Oh, and both of you sound like you're certainly wanting to give back. We're unfortunately out of time. I want to thank you so much for sharing your stories, and Sharon, also for you for being here. There's a whole lot more on our website, kpbs.org. Candace, Rosalina, and Sharon, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.